Bill number 18, the Anti-Homosexuality Bill of 2009, Section 2, Subsection 2. A person who commits the offense of homosexuality shall be liable on conviction to imprisonment for life. Section 3, Subsection 2. A person who commits the offense of aggravated homosexuality shall be liable on conviction to suffer death. Section 4, Subsection 1. A person who attempts to commit the offense of homosexuality commits a felony and is liable on conviction to imprisonment for 7 years. If you attempt to commit aggravated homosexuality, that's life imprisonment. Then there's Section 13, Subsection 1b. A person who funds or sponsors homosexuality is liable on conviction to a minimum of 5 years and a maximum of 7 years imprisonment. Then there's Section 14, where if you know of someone who's gay, you can get 3 years in prison for not reporting that person to the authorities. Then there's Section 16, where they will extradite their citizens from anywhere in the world back to this country for prosecution if that citizen commits any of these crimes of homosexuality somewhere else on God's green earth. This is Uganda's Anti-Homosexuality Bill of 2009. It was introduced this fall after 3 American evangelical activists who proclaim that homosexuality can be cured traveled to Uganda this spring to lead an anti-homosexuality inspirational seminar. The more we investigate, the more Americans we've turned up with links to this. So I will warn you that you can expect some continuing coverage from us on this issue. But tonight, we've obtained some reactions from the 3 anti-gay American activists whose travel to Uganda is credited with inspiring the Kill the Gays legislation. They are Dawn Schmierer of the group Exodus International, a group that claims that Christianity can cure you of being gay. Also, Caleb Lee Brundage of the group the International Healing Foundation, which also says that it tries to change gay people into straight people. And there's Scott Lively, president of a group called Defend the Family, and author of a book called The Pink Swastika. Yeah. These are the 3 American anti-gay, gay people can be cured speakers who traveled to Uganda earlier this year and who are credited with having inspired the Kill the Gays bill that is being considered in that country now. Mr. Schmierer has said that he is opposed to the Kill the Gays legislation, and he says that he signed on to a letter to Uganda's president against it. The group with which Mr. Brundage is associated first denied knowing anything about the bill's existence and asked us for a copy of it. After we emailed them the legislation, they issued a statement that, quote, "We condemn any harsh and extreme punishment of persons who identify as homosexual or engage in homosexual behavior. Instead, we advocate education and counseling for those who experience unwanted same-sex attraction." Education and counseling to cure you of the gay. Then there's the last one, Mr. Scott Lively, the pink swastika guy. He told LifeSiteNews.com that the law is too harsh, but, quoting, Dr. Lively explained that the impetus for the bill was a lot of external interference from European and American gay activists attempting to do in Uganda what they've done around the world, homosexualize that society. One of their main concerns, explained Mr. Lively, are the many male homosexuals coming into the country and abusing boys who are on the streets. So, I mean, can you really blame them? I mean, of course Uganda wants to execute people for being gay. Maybe a little harsh, but it's a normal reaction to all this pressure that they've been getting. Can you blame them? We thank Mr. Lively, Mr. Schmierer, and Mr. Brundage for giving us their reactions to the bill they reportedly inspired, to the extent that they responded to our calls for comment. If American anti-gay activists inspired this bill, are there other Americans who have the clout to stop it from passing? You bet there are. And it turns out a lot of them are household names. And so far as we can tell, they have done nothing. We continue to investigate this. Our next segment on the Kill the Gays bill tomorrow will familiarize you with some of the Americans who probably could stop this, who apparently don't want to. That's tomorrow.